Hey everyone, Andrew Summerham here, and this is Elected Zero Channel. Ever wondered why some people have this unexplainable magnetism, even when they barely speak? Why were the most powerful elected ones in history known for their mystery? There's an age-old secret that few know. And today, I'm going to reveal something that will completely change your perspective on success and influence. Forget everything you've learned about putting yourself out there to grow. The truth is, the true masters of influence do the exact opposite. And no, I'm not just talking about being introverted. It's something much deeper and more strategic than that. What I'm going to share with you today is knowledge guarded for millennia, passed down only among the wisest elected ones. A wisdom so powerful that, when applied correctly, can completely transform your presence and impact on the world. Get ready to discover why strategic silence can be your most powerful weapon and how the elected use mystery to multiply their influence. Warning: after learning these secrets, you'll never look at communication and success the same way again. On the journey of the elected, there's an ancient wisdom that few understand: the art of guarding your dreams in silence. It's like a gardener who protects their most precious seedlings, knowing that prematurely exposing them to the elements can hinder their development. Dreams, like delicate seeds, need a protected environment to develop strong roots before facing the outside world. Imagine a redwood seed, one of the most majestic trees on the planet. In the beginning, it's so small and vulnerable that it needs to be buried and protected to grow. Similarly, the elected learn that their biggest dreams need to be cultivated first in the secret garden of the heart, where they can be nurtured by faith and watered by silent determination. Among the elected, there's a deep understanding that every dream has its incubation time. It's like a chef who doesn't reveal the secret ingredients of their most special recipe, or an artist who doesn't show their work before it's ready. This discretion isn't about distrust, but about protecting the creative energy that fuels developing dreams. In practice, this means keeping a private journal of your goals, visualizing your dreams in a private place in your home, maybe a vision board in your bedroom, away from prying eyes. It's about creating a personal ritual of connection with your dreams, like dedicating the first 15 minutes of the day to meditate on them, feeding them with your purest and most protected energy. Among the elected, there's a deep understanding of the invisible energies that surround us. It's fascinating how a simple look of doubt or a word of disbelief can affect the energy field around a dream. It's like a plant that wilts when exposed to negative vibrations. We can't see the energy, but its effects are undeniably real. Hey, you who are watching now and have already felt this negative energy trying to suck your dreams away. If this content is resonating with your soul, don't hesitate to leave your like and subscribe to the channel. Your positive energy helps us reach more people who need this message. Share in the comments an experience where you felt the impact of these invisible energies in your life. The most experienced elected know that each environment carries a specific frequency. A practical example is to observe how you feel after a meeting with different people. Some leave you energized and inspired, while others seem to suck away all your strength and enthusiasm. That's why great visionaries like Steve Jobs and Walt Disney were extremely selective about who they shared their early projects with. To protect their vital energy, the elected develop specific practices. They start the day with energetic protection through prayers or meditation, use protective crystals like amethyst or black tourmaline, and practice energy cleansing techniques such as Epsom salt baths or sage smudging. More importantly, they learn to quickly identify people and environments that drain their creative energy. Among the elected, there's a deep understanding that silence is more than just the absence of words. It's an inexhaustible source of power. It's like an artesian well that, the deeper and more preserved, the more pure water it produces. This ancient wisdom has been practiced by spiritual masters, great leaders, and visionaries throughout history. The mystery that surrounds the silent elected naturally creates a magnetic aura around them. It's like that person in the meeting who speaks little, but when they open their mouth, everyone stops to listen. Silence cultivated with wisdom generates a presence that words cannot create. It's no wonder that great masters like Buddha and Jesus often retreated to silent places. In the age of oversharing, the elected who preserve mystery naturally stand out. While others shout their achievements on social media, they cultivate their victories in silence. It's like a magician who never reveals their secrets. The mystery not only protects, but also amplifies the power of their accomplishments. The practice of silence can begin with daily moments of contemplation, meditation, or simply mindful observation. The elected who master the art of silence discover an inexhaustible source of inner power. In a world where everyone competes to be heard, they find strength in stillness. They practice fasting from words at strategic moments, cultivate the habit of listening more than speaking, and learn to read the subtle signs that only silence can reveal. Among the elected, silent observation is considered one of the most powerful tools for learning. It's like being a spiritual detective, collecting valuable clues that most people miss because they're too busy talking. Carefully observing people's behavior, power dynamics, patterns of success and failure reveals insights that no book can teach. The practice of mindful observation among the elected is like having a hidden superpower. While others rush to express opinions, they first observe the subtle details: body language, tone of voice, the unspoken words. It's amazing how a quiet person in a meeting can pick up on tensions, alliances, and opportunities that escape the most talkative. The elected who master the art of observation develop a deep understanding of human nature. It's like having an emotional scanner that detects truths beyond words. They notice patterns in relationships, business, and spiritual life that others simply ignore. For example, they can identify the perfect time to present an idea based solely on the energy of the room. A practical technique used by the elected is the observer exercise. Spend 10 minutes a day in a public place just observing without judging or interacting. It could be in a coffee shop, on public transport, or in a square. Observe how people move, interact, react. Write down your insights in an observation journal. Over time, you will develop a keen sensitivity to read environments and people. Among the elected, there is a refined art of timing that few master, knowing exactly when to reveal your projects and ideas. It's like a fruit that needs to reach the perfect point of ripeness before being harvested. Revealing a dream at the right time can be the difference between its flourishing and its premature failure. Before we continue, I want to extend a special invitation to you. If you've ever had that accurate intuition about the perfect time to reveal something important, share your experience in the comments. And don't forget to leave your like and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any secrets of the elected that we will reveal. Your participation strengthens our community of wisdom seekers. The most experienced elected know that divine timing is like a perfectly orchestrated symphony. Every element needs to be in harmony. The project must be mature enough, the right people need to be in place, and the environment needs to be receptive. It's like surfing. You need to wait for the perfect wave and have the courage to catch it when it comes. The wisdom of the right moment manifests itself in practical examples. An entrepreneur who waits for the market to mature before launching their innovation. An artist who refines their work until they feel that inner certainty. A spiritual leader who waits for the moment of maximum receptivity to share a profound truth. It's that magical moment when everything aligns and you feel that unexplainable peace that confirms, now is the time. Among the elected, there is a deep understanding that spiritual knowledge is like a precious treasure that needs to be protected and shared with discernment. It's like having a map to a source of crystal clear water in the middle of the desert. You can't just hand it out to anyone who passes by, because not everyone will know how to preserve the purity of the source. The elected learn to identify the signs of who is truly prepared to receive deeper knowledge. It's like a teacher who knows exactly when their student is ready to move on to the next level. Some signs are clear. The person demonstrates genuine humility, has a thirst for knowledge, asks deep questions, and most importantly, applies what they have already learned. Discernment in sharing spiritual knowledge is not about elitism, but about preservation. It's like keeping rare seeds. You don't plant them in just any soil, but look for the fertile ground that will allow them to fully develop. The elected know that certain truths are like precious pearls that, when shared at the wrong time or with unprepared people, can be misinterpreted or even distorted. In practice, this means developing the sensitivity to recognize the right moments and the right people. For example, when someone shows genuine interest in spiritual growth, you can start by sharing basic books like The Power of Now by Eckhart Tolle, before moving on to deeper teachings. It is a gradual process of building trust and preparation. Among the elected, there is an ancient wisdom on how to deal with doubts and criticisms, the power of strategic silence. It's like a martial arts master who doesn't need to prove their strength. Their presence and actions speak for themselves. When criticism arises, the most powerful response is often a serene smile and the silent continuation of the work. The elected understand that each criticism is actually a test of conviction. It's like a strong wind trying to uproot a tree. Those with deep roots don't need to shout to prove they are firm. Instead of wasting energy defending their choices, they channel that strength to further strengthen their convictions and actions. Silence in the face of criticism is not passivity, but a powerful form of action. It's like water that silently shapes the hardest rocks. The elected practice specific techniques to maintain serenity: daily meditation, breathing exercises in times of tension, and the habit of transforming criticism into fuel for personal growth. A powerful practice is to keep a journal of overcoming, where each criticism or doubt is transformed into a silent action plan. For example, if someone doubts your project, instead of arguing, write down the criticism and use it as a checklist to strengthen those aspects of your work. It's amazing how silence, combined with consistent action, can transform your biggest critics into admirers. So how's your mind after all these revelations? I bet you're already thinking about all the times you shared your dreams too soon, aren't you? But don't worry, the time for change is now. Tell me something. Which of these secrets of the elected impacted you the most? Was it the protection of dreams, the power of silence, or maybe the perfect timing for revelations? Share your experience in the comments. It could be that your story is exactly what someone needs to read today. And you know that dream you've been keeping? That goal you hesitate to share? This is a sign that you are more in tune with the wisdom of the elected than you think. How do you intend to apply this knowledge in your life from now on? How about starting by creating your secret garden of dreams today? This is just the beginning of a transformative journey. We have much more wisdom from the elected to share with you. If you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, this is the time. Turn on notifications so you don't miss any of our daily videos that will help you awaken your full hidden potential. Remember, true power grows in silence, and your greatest transformation can begin right now with a silent decision to change. This is just the beginning.